Hello everyone, welcome back to another informative video. In this video we are looking at a tomato crop, and this tomato crop is basically the first for the season and it's going to be the only one. This tomato crop is going to run from this is the end of September going into early spring, right? Early spring, because once you leave out of spring, you know what is going to happen. So this crop is going to last for October, November, December, January, February, thereabout. And once it touches, once the temperature start going up, by that time this crop would have been ready to be terminated, or we just continue reaping what we can reaping for it and then terminate it, and then that's going to be the end of the tomato season. So that leads me to the topic, crop scheduling. Always understand what crop scheduling is. Crop scheduling is basically scheduling your planting in terms of the different types of crops you have. Schedule them based off what the plant needs, the best environmental conditions for them, and so on. So let us take for example these tomatoes. These tomatoes basically, they can't take the heat, right? You definitely have heat tolerant varieties, but heat tolerant, yes, they can tolerate a certain amount of heat, but not so much. And we all know that temperatures above certain range will prove very stressful for the plants. You will get some amount of yield or production, but you will not get what you would get if the conditions were more ideal. So let us take for example the tomatoes. This farmer basically plant the tomato when it's going down into the cooler season of the year. So now is the end of September going into October, November. The temperature is going to drop. So he basically plants now and he's going to benefit from that drop in the temperature going into January, February, March 2022. So this tomato crop is going to benefit from that temperature drop. You will have a lower temperature, you will have more ideal conditions, and you'll have better production. Always bear that in mind. So with that said, crop scheduling is important. So these are basically, let us just walk through. So as you can see, these have been planted maybe about 4 days now. They are almost ready to be trellised. As you can see, the cards are there, ready for them. And yeah, so this is basically what it looks like. And currently the water is turned on, and as you can see, I don't know if you can see this clearly, but if you look, the water is actually has a brown color, and that is because I'm using the TerraGrow. Look at the water. I'm using the TerraGrow in the tank, right? So currently the tank is turned, the water is turned on, as you can see, and it is looking brown. Now we are going to take a look at the tank, right? This is how the water flows, going through until the entire canal fills, and then after the solenoid valve basically turns off and all of that, and then yeah, that's it. So I'm going to show you the tank that I'm going to, and this is another row of tomato plants, same tomato plants. These are plants a bit later, these seedlings, so they are a bit less developed than this one, than these over here. So this is another line. This here, this needs to thing is blocked up, but it will drain. It will drain out. Normally you don't want this, right? You don't want this. You don't want the water to be flowing over on the edges like that. Always flowing up onto the stem, right, and the basal part of the stem. This is a good recipe for crown rot, pythium crown rot and those kind of things. You don't want that, right? However, I'm going to notify the manager about that. So let us go and look at the tank. So here we are. This is the water station. Alright, this is the tank. Remember, it's a recirculating system. This is the return, right? Return, as you can see. So this is the tank, and this tank basically holds approximately 4,000 gallons. When I measured it, it was like 3,999 point something, right? So I just run it off to 4,000. So this is 4,000 gallons of water and we basically put uh, um, five cups of TerraGrow in this, and one cup basically measures, here's the cup, right? One cup basically measures 8 ounces, right? 8 ounces it measures, and based on my calculation, 4,000 gallons of water needs 40 ounces of TerraGrow, right? So that is why I put 5 cups of TerraGrow, because this cup holds 8 ounces, right? So that is another thing. You need to ensure that you read the labels, whatever products you are using, so that you had the right amounts. And then of course, let me come out of the noise. Of course, this is my little notebook. Of course, this is another tank beside it. Of course, you basically going to remember, every week after, you basically need to put in the TerraGrow, right? Every 7 days. I think it was between 7 to 10 days, so I choose 7 days. So every 7 days, every week, I'm supposed to add TerraGrow in that. So I think the amount I'm going to add is roughly, I think it's 1 cup. When I worked it out, it was 1 cup of what, the same cup that I showed, it's 1 cup. So that would be like 8 ounces, like moving forward. So initially, when the water is changed, right? When the water is changed, you basically use 5 cups, right? Which is 40 ounces. And then moving forward, like every week after that, you use 1 cup, right, of TerraGrow, which is the cup is basically 8 ounces, which is roughly about what? How much ml is that? It's roughly about 240 ml, somewhere there about. So yeah, so that's the cucumber. That's the cucumber over there. You can't see it clearly, but that's the crop. And I'll keep you posted as to what it's doing. And I know you have seen cucumber tomato videos and see how beautiful they look. So we want to replicate that. And we want to basically get a good crop this season. So if you have any questions, any comments, put them in the comments area. Please remember to subscribe to the channel. Bye bye.